Yo, what's up, everybody? So, I'm going to talk to you guys about having the proper setup for your computer, okay? So, having the proper setup is incredibly important because it's all about real estate. First of all, if you guys don't have a vertical mouse, I highly suggest that you get one. The one that I use is the Logitech MX Vertical. It's a really good mouse because it really helped cure my tennis elbow because I play a lot of games and also I work out and exercise. So it's been really bad on my elbows for a long time when I use a normal mouse. So I recommend you guys upgrade to a regular mouse, like a vertical mouse. Get away from a regular mouse. It doesn't really matter what kind of computer you have, as long as it's got at least 16 gigabytes of RAM and a decent processor and a decent. It doesn't even matter the video card, to be honest. Get a solid state drive, 16 gigabytes of RAM with a decent processor, and your computer is good. Mine's completely overkill, if you can tell. Get a good keyboard. Okay, the keyboard, you're going to be spending a lot of time on it. I use the Corsair K100 and it's a really good keyboard. It's brown keys for mechanical, and I love it. I've been using it for about 2 years now. I like to exercise under the desk, so this is an under the desk elliptical. It doesn't burn that many calories, but if you use it for an hour, it'll probably burn about 100 calories an hour. So I like that. Okay. Speakers doesn't matter. I like having a lighting because I stream and I make a lot of videos and stuff like that. Okay, so let's talk about generally what would make a really good setup. Any idiot that says things like, "Oh, I can trade with one monitor," or "I can trade on a single laptop," they're fucking full of shit. They have never made $1 million in their life, and they don't understand the first thing about trading professionally and requiring real estate. So ignore them. So the monitor I'm using is a Samsung Neo 57-inch ultra widescreen 8K resolution OLED. It's very new in the market, might not even be available in many countries. Super ridiculously crazy monitor and overkill, but I wanted something very large and ultra widescreen with the capacity to play games as well because I've got a pretty crazy computer, as you guys can tell, and I play games once in a while. So this ultra widescreen is partitioned into three different sections, actually five if you think about it. And also I've got a top monitor now, and I'll explain to you guys exactly how they're partitioned and what they're used for and the importance of them as well. So I use Windows, and because of that, I'm using something called Power Tools, and there's a tool called Fancy Zones inside of the Power Tools settings, and that's what allows me to create these types of partitions. It's hard for me to show you because I'm like using two hands here, but you can just snap a lot of these things in place. Like for example, up here as well, you can just snap it. So Power Tools is really good to use. So this is my main window, and what you see in the middle, okay, is equivalent to a 32-inch monitor, and on the left over here is equal to half of a 32-inch monitor, and the other right side is equal to half of a 32-inch monitor, and that's just a generic ViewSonic 120 hertz IPS 2K resolution 32-inch monitor, which does the job for everything that I need it for. So let's go from the left to the right. This right here is where I keep my aggregate trades. Aggregate trades is a compilation of all the high trading orders that go through the book with $100,000 and up. And it's also a compilation combining every single exchange as well. So it's important to keep always on the screen because if there's heavy volatility with Bitcoin, it's also going to dictate how the rest of the market reacts. So just as an example, if you're trading any random Joe Blow coin, you need to be aware of what Bitcoin is doing because if Bitcoin all of a sudden had a major drop, it's also going to impact your trading for that altcoin as well. Therefore, it's imperative that you know exactly what's going on with Bitcoin. And what I like the most about it is the buys and the sells over specified periods of time. So for example, I have mine over 30 seconds to 1 hour, and it tells me which side is pushing more to the other side over that course of the hour. So that is the aggregate trades. And here, what I have is always a window of what Bitcoin is doing on the daily time frame. The daily is a very important reminder to have, and you need to be aware of all of the significant resistances that Bitcoin has, because if it's reaching a resistance and you're trading an altcoin, you need to be aware of this, because 95% of all the altcoins are going to move with Bitcoin. It's extremely rare, other than maybe 5-10% maximum of coins that would deviate away from what Bitcoin's doing. So if you're trading an altcoin, you need to be aware of what Bitcoin's doing at all times, because it will just affect your decision making abilities. Okay, so let's keep going over here. So over here, this is the middle monitor that's equal to a 32-inch normal monitor. And if you guys are in the budget for a monitor, the Samsung 57-inch ultra-wide 8K 240 hertz monitor is literally the best monitor you can get out in the market. And it's a crazy monitor. So this middle screen of mine right here that you see, it's for three things. One, it's for surfing the internet and general research. Two, it's to do my main technical analysis window. So I've got three different bookmarks up here. You can see main chart, two charts top, and also Bitcoin. So this one here is going to be my main chart, because it's my main window for technical analysis. And because of that, I do all of my TA here. I do my advanced market scanning as well. And any TA that needs to be done or shared to the public, it's done on exactly this screen. Also, my Binance is on here as well. So this is my main trading and execution platform. And it's important that I have quick access to it immediately and always. So the monitor that's in front of you should always be used for your general technical analysis and your execution platform. So today I made over $2,700, so I decided to cool down my account. After you have made a tremendous amount of money, you need to cool down your account. I'm rolling with over $150,000 in my account here on Binance total, including spot and futures. So after you make 1 to 2%, just back off, forget about it, cool down your account, go do something new. Don't even bother trading. You've earned the day off already, okay? So anyways, this is mainly for my trading view, my execution platform for the exchange that I trade on, and also general research. Now, moving to the right side, I've got a few important things. So this is for my bottom right is for my social media. Okay, so I keep my social media like Twitter and Facebook and my WhatsApp on here. Also, I use recording software quite often. So whenever I have OBS on, so for example here, if I have OBS on for recording for the public, hey, what's up guys? What's up guys? I'm gonna put my OBS software on here to replace my social media platforms. So this one here is just kind of general. It's not used that often. And then here on the top, this is for my Discord group. So I need a dedicated channel for my Discord group, and I always need to know what's going on. I'm always checking it. It's very important to me that I'm up to date with what's going on with Discord. I can reply to people, I can answer their questions, etc. Okay, so that's kind of it for the 57-inch monitor. And then we got the top monitor, which is a ViewSonic 120 hertz IPS 2K resolution monitor. Very important to me, this monitor up there. And what I use this monitor for always is depending on the coin that I'm trading. For example, today, if I was trading a coin like Power, okay, Power over here, what I would do is I would click on Power up here as well. And what this does is it's split up into two charts. If you notice, the left one is smaller and the right one is bigger. So the left one is for the daily chart of the coin that I'm trading. And the right one over here is the 5-minute time frame of the coin that I'm trading. This way, I'm always aware of daily key levels on the daily chart. Okay, so that's important to understand and always acknowledge. And then on the right side, that's going to be the 5-minute time frame that's used to make decisions and see an overall gauge of the coin I'm trading. So the bottom monitor here, this one is for my main trading platform and execution on the exchange, and the top is for the daily to get an overall view of the market and the 5-minute time frame. And I also have this as well here. Okay, so it's pretty important to understand like the different savings, like main charts that you have. For example, for my chart layout, I've got my top 2 charts monitor, which is up there, right? And then I have my Bitcoin only, which is over here. And then I have my main chart, which is all for over here, okay? So for example, if I go to the top here and I take a look at my chart settings, the ones I have synced are symbol and crosshair only. But I don't have the interval synced or the time or the date range. They're irrelevant, okay? So that's kind of how I have my overall setup, and that's important. So I hope that this can give you guys some advice and you make good decisions with your setup as well.